starting live broadcast.
And Brenda, can you let me know if the sound is okay? Good morning, friends. How are you today on this rainy Thursday morning? Things are going well here. We've had some surprise. This is a shock to you all. We've had some technical difficulties this morning, but they're all fine now. We've also had some Tara loses things difficulties, but how many of you, I'm going back to my teacher days, how many of you are looking forward to winter? I'm guessing we're not going to have any hands raised, but whether we're looking forward to it or not, winter is coming, and that seems to be the theme of things that are coming in here these couple of weeks. So we are getting ready for back to sowing season, and we hope that you are just getting some seeds planted and some ideas of what you might do, but also really enjoying the beautiful summer that we have here in Western New York. And a lot of the country has beautiful weather in the summer. So we'd love to hear you say hi or see you say hi in the comments.
Good morning, Noreen.
Oh, Noreen is on. Good morning,
Good morning, Barb.
And also, you are probably noticing that there's a different voice on the microphone today. And because Irene is away, enjoying her family, we have a guest who is going to be helping out today. So her name is Sandy Climenhaga, and she and I are good friends. And we were good friends before this shop started, and we've become quilty friends now. So I'm really excited to have her with us. And I didn't tell her till this morning that she was going to be actually on camera. I don't know what she was thinking because I can't do this by myself. But anyway, Sandy is here, and she's going to be showing you some stuff. But first, I wanted to make some announcements. So the first announcement, we have been talking up the Let's Make a Snowman Sew Along. This is what it's going to look like. And we've been super excited about it. And I don't know how many of you are also super excited about it, but I was ready on Monday to read the first post on Lori Holt's blog, and she did not disappoint. She introduced the project and talked about what you're going to need for it, and talked about when instructions are going to start. So if you are interested in the Let's Make a Snowman Sew Along with Lori Holt, the address of her blog, you just have to do a Google search for Bee in My Bonnet or Let's Make a Snowman or Lori Holt blog, and you will find it. I'm sure that it has way too many letters for me to tell you orally, but we will also put it in the comments. And this, it's not ready yet because we're waiting on a few fabrics to come in, but this is the kit that is going to accompany the sew along. Looks like this, full of fabric. Is this box not the bee's knees? So adorable. I don't know how well you can see on the camera, but the box, it's like a semi-durable plastic, definitely not disposable, definitely something reusable. And Sandy, can you see the house in that?
Yes, you can. It's just perfect.
Is this adorable or what? And so this could be something that you keep your project in the whole time you're working on it. And these are the fabrics that are in here. It's got a whole bunch of fat 8s and a good amount of fat quarters and some yardage and some borders.
And they're not even, I don't even think they're really all in there.
No, I don't think they are. No, because we're waiting on some fabric to come in. So those of you who have been waiting, thank you so much for being patient. I'm working on being patient too. And we will let you know as soon as we have these ready to send you. So, but I just did not want to let a day go by without you seeing this box. These just came in yesterday, and we're super excited. So this is called Let's Make a Snowman. This is the Sew Along with Lori Holt that she is going to be hosting every Monday on her blog. And she's also going to be doing YouTube videos. So the first introduction blog post is up. It was posted on August 5th. And then she's going to begin in earnest on August 26th. So let's say that you're watching this on YouTube and you're not live with us on, what is today? August 7th, Thursday, August 7th or 8th? Something like that. Beginning of August in 2024. Let's say you're watching it in October of 2024 when you're just starting to get into fall and sewing, it's not too late. All of her instructions will be on her blog. You can easily find them, so you're not going to get left behind. I don't know if you'll be able to find this kit at that time, but you might be able to. And so don't be discouraged if you're kind of late to the game, because this is one of those things that you don't have to be on time for. That's my favorite kind of thing, honestly.
Ongoing.
Yep. So this, we are really excited about this, and we will be sharing more as the days go on. And it's called Let's Make a Snowman, and it's a sew along. And the reason that I'm saying that is because Sandy's going to talk about something that's similar but not the same. So what I'm talking about is the sew along, has this kit, Let's Make a Snowman. All right, so speaking of Sandy, I have one more thing I wanted to talk about, and that is, we have a question.
The Lori Holt sew along, it's not a month, right? Because is it supposed to be done by Christmas?
I think it is intended to be done by Christmas. Yep. And it is every Monday. So every week she will publish a blog post about putting this together. And there's also a cutting guide, which is 49 pages in color. And that will be a necessary thing, either to just download the PDF for free. That's going to come from Lori. You can download the PDF, or we are going to get some of them printed if you want to. We have a printer who's going to do that for us. So please, if you don't want to print it yourself and use a whole cartridge of ink, and you do want to have it printed, you don't want to just use the digital version, let us know in the comments so that we can know if we should get them printed, because we don't want to print them if nobody needs them, but at the same time, we want to help if you do. So yes, that was a good question, and every week is the intention as far as I know. Things are subject to change, but that's the goal. Another goal we have is to bring you a great offering of classes this fall. And so we are going to be announcing those classes soon, and we're going to be hosting our open house on September 14th. So that is when we put all the class samples up in the classroom, and people can come in, and sometimes we have fun snacks, and we always have the teachers here so that you can ask questions and sign up, and that's going to be fun. And that's going to be from 10 to noon on September 14th. So if you are getting ready to take some classes, then and also for those of you who have signed up before and had some frustration with winter, we feel you. And last year we had to postpone and cancel the same class like 4 times because it snowed every Saturday, like blizzard snow. So we're planning around that. We are not going to be doing none of our new classes are going to be scheduled in January, February, March. Some of our ongoing classes will still be happening then, and maybe some of our smaller classes, but that's just not a season that we all want to be out driving. So we're planning it accordingly and trying to keep them in when we at least can assume that the weather is going to be good. If you've lived in Western New York for any length of time, you know that's kind of a dangerous thing to assume the weather is going to be good, but we can just do our best. So that's what we're thinking for the fall. All right, so I'm going to turn over the camera to our friend Sandy, and she's going to show you what's new here. And without further ado, Sandy Climenhaga.
Good morning, friends. It is so nice to see all of your names scroll on there. So welcome this morning. Is the theme on this rainy day. I want to show you something that I totally did not understand. So are you ready? So here is our Let's Make a Snowman. It is really cute. It's got this whole centerpiece here. It's got the tree. It's got the word snowman. And then you've got this big old border. So this is the sew along. This is called the Quilted Snowman. This is from Lori Holt, Bee in My Bonnet. And I said to Tara this morning, oh, wait a minute. This is the book, right? This is the book for the sew along. No. But I said, but it looks like the center here. And then we put them side by side, and oh, nope, they're not. So this is totally separate from this. And yep, it's got that green Christmas tree, but it is not the same thing. So if you were like me and just totally confused and clueless, there you go. This is a brand new book called The Quilted Snowman. And this is honest, it is 57 pages, all in color, all gives you all the different parts and pieces of the Quilted Snowman. And his size is 87 by 97. This is a good size. Is that like a twin bed size?
Probably pretty close.
87 by 97. This is huge. And yeah, and lots of pieces, and yet lots of big pieces. So this is really, really cute, right? If you're looking for something
also
different than the
noteworthy,
sew along.
I believe this one is all pieced and no applique.
Oh,
whereas the sew along has some applique.
Yes.
So if you are a non-applique gal or guy,
this does have some applique in it.
Yep.
We not sure yet which parts and pieces, and this all block based, so that's really sweet. So we have these at the shop, and these are
$19.99.
$19.99, and just some of the blocks are just really, really sweet. So even if you wanted to do this and do runners, do pillows, I mean, look at that. That's just really, really cute. And take your time and piece it. Okay, that is the Quilted Snowman. Also from Lori Holt, if you have been looking for a new mug, Lori Holt has put out this adorable mug. And the shop now has them. It's got beautiful little flowers. It's got this little church on there, and they are tin. Mm-hmm. I think the shop has about 4 of them in, and cost-wise, they are $15.99. I know, Brenda, aren't they adorable?
And they coordinate with the Hometown Holiday line.
Oh, well, of course, perfect, right? All right, snowmen. We're gonna keep going. We have some pieces from a new line from Primitive Gatherings. Lisa Bonjean has put out Snowmen Gathering 4. I'm going to have to look up and see what 1, 2, and 3 are. But let me show you this fabric. So this is our first, and it's a blue line. What we've got in, this is blue. This is a beautiful, if you like a little bit of that grunge look, this is just lovely.
I'm going to bring it up close.
Yep.
So the color is pretty true, sort of a slate blue. Now it looks gray on the video, but that looks like a true color. Beautiful.
This one, and they are snowmen titled, but they are not necessarily Christmas. Look at this star one. This is just charming. This is a great basic. Just stars. Oh my goodness, Brenda's like, oh my. This is called Night Sky. Really pretty. All right, here we go. Here's I know. Here's our snowman. Look how cute these are. Look how cute. The whole line really doesn't look Christmassy. It's really wintry, but can be used really all season. Look at this one. This is a great blender. Man, sweet little blue, tiny little blue. I don't even know if they're flowers.
I think they're like 3 little dots together.
Yeah. Really,
neither
really
the
pretty.
Camera nor my eyes are doing a good job focusing here.
No.
But yeah, very sweet.
And a lovely cream though. This is a really nice cream background. That one, yep, Snowman Gathering. Nope, that's it. And Brenda's favorite. Look at this plaid. Beautiful navy blue. Just gorgeous. So this line, again, Snowman Gatherings 4 from Primitive Gatherings, Lisa Bonjean. So I'm sure she's going to be having patterns come out for it.
Yes, we have a book coming.
Okay, a book is
I
coming.
don't know if it's shipped yet, but it's definitely been ordered.
All right.
Here soon.
Excellent. So snowman season, be thinking, right? Be thinking about what you want to sew this winter. And I will turn it over to
My
Tara.
turn?
Yes.
All right, we're sort of back and forth today. Kind of like Irene are sometimes. Irene and I are sometimes. All right, so we had a box come in that I was super excited to have come in. It had that box that I showed you for the snowman, the Let's Build a Snowman Sew Along, but it also had some restock.
Are we going to be getting any of the pre-cuts of this?
Of which? Yes. Yep. I can't remember which pre-cuts. Brenda just asked if we're going to be getting any pre-cuts of this line. I can't remember which ones I ordered, but yes, those will come with a book. So we'll be letting you know that soon. So we did some restocking. Some of the things that people have been asking for and we've run out of. One of those things is Misty Fuse. This we've been talking about at our Finish It Up Club, which meets on Saturdays if you want to join us. And we're going to do it again next year. But anyway, Finish It Up Club, those gals, let me just brag about them. There are, what, 12 or 13 of them, I think? And they are finishing some stuff. It's been
it's been fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, not everybody finishes every month, but even if the finish line isn't hit, there's been tremendous progress and it's been really fun. So if you have 12 projects, you should join us next year. It's $25 and you get to come and visit with us, and we're sharing stories and sharing patterns. And one of the stories that came up is that one of our gals, Carrie, has been forever changed in her applique process by Misty Fuse. She loves it. It's a great product. It's used to, as you might guess, fuse fabrics together. And so if you are part of Finish It Up Club and have been wondering when it's coming, it's here. If you're Carrie, it's here. And so we have some of this in stock. And we also have, this is called the Fat Goddess sheet. And this is a good thing to use when you're fusing with Misty Fuse. It is fat because you can accommodate a fat quarter on it. But it's a very thin Teflon sheet, super helpful in the fusible applique process. Protects your iron, protects your surface, works well with fabric, and those have been out of stock for a little bit, but now they are back. So if you are looking for a Fat Goddess sheet, we're your place to look, and they are $29.99. So this is a great thin product that is very helpful in that applique process. So this is $29.99, and then the Misty Fuse itself, this is a sheet that is 20 inches by 90 inches. So it's just one continuous sheet, and it's like $8.69. I left my glasses at home this morning, so I'm going to be vision challenged today. But this Fat Goddess sheet comes in this nice tube, and it's great for storage. And if you've been looking for that, then we have it. And I'm not going to take any more time trying to get it back in the tube. So Sandy's going to help me with that. The other thing that we have not been able to keep in stock, and it seems like no one else has been able to keep in stock, is the Famore rotary cutter. This really, I feel like we talk about too many rotary cutters, but they just keep getting better, and we can't not tell you when we find a good fit. So this is the Famore brand, and it has ball bearings within it, which means that it is just as smooth as butter in the turning. So our gals have really enjoyed it. We have sold all that we had. Now we have more. So, and I will be making phone calls today because some of you have asked to be let know, and now we have them. So Famore cutter is now in stock, and that is $23.99. It's a 45 inch or 45 millimeter. They don't make the 60 millimeter yet. I expect they will because the other brands do, but and it fits any blade. So you don't have to get their particular blade. You can just get their particular cutter. And it also comes with a blade. So that's from Famore. And that is a restock. And that is all I had for what's new. But I was thinking over the past couple of days about this pastime of quilting and how, like, many times when people have come in here and just had a warm welcome because we care about that, and had some really good fellowship with others, that this whole thing that we've got going on here, it's not really about the quilts or the piecing or the tools. It's really about relationships, and it's really been close to my heart to provide a place, and even if you're not a local person, an opportunity to work with people who care deeply about other people and who hold each other up and hear each other's stories. And it's truly, there have been times when I've been like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. And then I think about the gift of relationships and opportunities that I've had to be part of people's lives. And so I wanted to talk about that, and I want to continue to talk about that. So if you ever want to be interviewed on camera, let me know, and I'm going to drag you in here and interview you, because we all have a story to tell, and we all have been touched by this pastime. And so I asked Sandy if she would be willing to be interviewed. So I'm going to take her script because I need it for the questions, and I'm going to introduce her again, and she's going to share a little bit about her quilting journey. Actually, no, we'll do mine another day because we don't want to waste people's time. We're at 9:25.
Ooh,
wow.
yeah,
All right.
good.
So I'm going to go around to the other side, and we're going to squeeze some answers of these pressing questions out of Sandy. All right, Sandy, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. The first question is an easy one, and that is, how long have you been quilting, and what is your sort of crafty background?
Yes, always crafty. Loved sewing in high school when we could actually sew garments in high school. They don't do that anymore, but I started then, made a dress. I think I wore it a couple of times. Started really quilting probably 88.
Back in the 1900s.
And listen, and it was scissors, and I made templates out of cereal box cardboard, right? And square up. What was that? I didn't square up anything. Of course, I didn't make anything large, just a wall hanging, and did some applique, which I don't like, but that's right. Found my groove. So yeah, 88.
Nice. And what is your preferred style?
Okay, so in my old collection of stash, I have lots of calico, right? Joanne fabrics and calico. So I still have all those, but I have moved a little more modern. I like some geometric stuff. Not a big fan of Ruby Star. But you know what? Bits and parts and pieces, yes. But I realized today I'm doing a very kind of scrappy quilt that is the Delectable Mountains. And it's very old fashioned. It is. And it's wonderful. But the fabric is like newer. So it's just fun to mix. But yeah, I veer a little more modern.
But also still eclectic.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So this one I gave her a heads up on because I didn't want to put her on the spot about it. But what is your go-to notion? Do you have one that you love that's like your favorite?
Okay, let me tell you first. I'm cutting, right? I'm cutting as I go. And yesterday, 2 days ago, lost my rotary cutter. If you know me, you know I'm very, very frugal.
This is true.
I have one rotary cutter. One. And I couldn't find it anywhere. Now, I sew in the back room. I cut in the kitchen. Oh, wait a minute. I cut in the dining room. I cut on the dining room floor. And then I iron upstairs.
Wow.
And just right. So I am all over the house. So
your process is a workout as well.
Whoa, it really is. And my rotary cutter could be anywhere. So I jumped online to the shop. Oh no, I might have to go buy a rotary cutter. And so I am super excited.
By the way, I just want everyone to know, I did not know what she was going to say, and we did not plan this. This just happens to be true.
And I didn't know you were going to introduce this.
Right.
But I want to tell you, and I went and grabbed one. I went on one retreat a few years ago, and I'm looking around at all the girls' pincushions and Brenda's pincushion. If you didn't know she was a little OCD, you know it by her pincushion. All of her pins are in little areas. I try. All her pins are in little areas, and she had all of these. She had all of these pins with the little plastic top.
Those are nice.
I've been using my pins since the 1980s, mind you, because I don't buy, right? Well, I'm not buying extra pins. So I asked everybody, what is up with these pins? Okay, I splurged for me, $11.99. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Listen to me, people. I'm sure you all have these.
They change your life.
To think a pin could do that was wild. I remember the feeling of putting that first pin in. Yep, I'll never go back. I now own the pink ones. I own the little blue ones, and I own the forked ones.
Oh, wow.
For me,
yeah,
that's huge.
Do you have them coordinated on your pincushion?
I try.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it starts to get messy, I think of Brenda, and then I start taking them out and moving them into little piles. I'll never be as good, but I try. I know.
That'll be our next class.
There we go. There we go.
Okay. Last question.
Yep.
And this is, I told you one thing. I'm going to change it a little bit in case there's a different answer. Okay. So the question I prompted you with what was the best thing about quilting, but I want to add a little expansion to that and say, what is the best thing and why do you quilt? Why do you make quilts? And while you're thinking, I want to just say, piecing quilts and bringing them to the quilter is just as great as doing the whole thing. So I don't want anyone to think that we're talking about the actual quilting part.
No.
We're talking about the whole gamut, the whole process. Yep.
You know what? I do it because I just have this urge to create. I garden for the same reason, to do the work, to put out all my energy in, right? All my thoughts, all my feelings, and then sit back and go, oh, I did that. There is not one quilt that I am just not in awe of. Just not in awe of, to take this fabric, have the nerve to cut it, and then put it together, and put it together well, and trim and snip threads, and create something beautiful. It just does my heart and my soul so good, so good. And I love to give. There's not a quilt I make that I go, ooh, who can I give this to, right? Because it's just a joy for me to give. And so, yeah, it's super fun, super fun. And the other part, the other part of the question, you know, when I sit down to sew, it's very peaceful for me. It is, everything just slows right down. You know, the laundry, okay, the floor still needs to be swept, right? Everything is back there. And literally, I am here, and it's just me and my machine. And I love my machine, and I love my view. I sit in the back room, and I get this big, beautiful view. And sometimes I'll have music, and I don't listen to books. I can't watch TV. It's just me and my sewing. And you know what? I pray for people. I have great times of worship. Sometimes my brain is going and I got to have a little pad and I just got to stop and just write a couple things down that I don't want to forget. But, and even 15 minutes, just 15 minutes of sewing, just brings me right down. Yeah, love it. And this shop is my happy place. And if you've been in here, you know, sometimes I just got to come in and walk through. And during the school season, I don't get much time. And sometimes I look at the clock and I'm like, she's closing. Right? And I'm not going to make it today, and I'm not going to make it today. And then I got to come in on a Saturday and just walk through, see what's new, check out, you know, I always check out Facebook Live. Yeah, this is a sweet place. We are blessed.
And we are therapeutic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the goal. To love each other and
It is. It is. And our Finish It Up
give
Club,
some peace.
it is sweet. I got to
Yeah.
tell you, I have finished some things that have been languishing. And, you know, once you get that feeling of done, yeah, like, okay, what's next? What's next? And yes, there are 2 months I did not finish too. But that's okay. That
Yep.
is okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I got to work on them. I got to find them. I got to pull them out. Right. And see what's what. So it's all good. So join. If you haven't yet, join.
Yep. All right. So we have, so did you have anything to add? I don't have any more questions for you.
Nope. It's a rainy day. I hope everyone's inside sewing.
Yes.
Sewing or baking. Either one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty zen too. I see Marge Rogers says that's the same with me. It's my zen time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's just a sweet thing. People need that.
Yes, we do.
People need that. And I've been thinking about kids' classes. I'm telling you, they don't sew in school like they used to. They just don't. And I think school's missing a boat because it's a lifelong skill they can keep. And creating something gives kids that sense of, I tried it and I did it. So yeah, my heart kind of is going out to students and what they're missing. So
maybe we have some other classes coming up. And Sandy happens to be a teacher, so
I am. Yep.
All right. Well, we have one more thing for me to talk about, so we're going to switch gears again and try not to make you dizzy.
Nope.
But we have 2 announcements about the item of the month. One is that last month's item of the month came also in the box that came yesterday, and that is a combo unit, and they are here and ready for pickup. I was going to say, if you're not watching, we're going to call you, but if you're not watching, you're not listening. So if you have a friend, we might be calling her. So that is last month's July item of the month. And then this month's item of the month for August is a combo as well. And Irene has done a couple of demos. I'm not going to demo today, but it includes a mat that is a rectangle. These are about 1/2 inch thick. They're wool pressing mats. And normally the mat itself is $35.99. But because we're doing a pre-order only item of the month this month, you're going to get basically the cleaning tool for free because the price of the bundle is $35.99. So that is on our website. And I neglected to mention that because we are all out of sorts today. But we have a website. It's www.townandcountryquiltshop.com. And we have a Facebook Live tab at the top that shows all of the products that we featured today, except for Sandy, because she was featured, but she's not for sale. So this is one of them. It is called the August item of the month, pre-sale only. So if you are interested in this, you can reserve your spot today by purchasing it online, or you can come into the shop. So just wanted to make those last announcements. And unless there are questions, and I did see one question that I'm going to address, then we can close. And I'm waiting for Brenda to hear me say, are there any questions? Nope. All right. So I did see one scrolling up when I was on the other side from Bev about cross stitch. And yes, we are still working on some cross stitch patterns and kits. And we have one that coordinates with this Lori Holt line, and that it just isn't here yet. So we'll be talking about that soon, and it's a sampler. So I think it's going to be really cute. I'm starting to consider maybe making some of these things. So maybe I just won't sleep this winter and I'll be able to make some stuff and do the shop and do the quilting. So we'll see. But yes, we are on it with counted cross stitch, and we are excited about that as well. So
I'll interject, if you have a favorite designer who's putting out counted cross stitch,
Oh,
please
yes.
let Tara know.
yes,
Sometimes there's so much out there that it gets by.
Mhm.
I will tell you, Robin Pickens is also putting out counted cross stitch, and her fall stuff is so lovely.
Yeah.
So lovely.
Yeah. And that's a good point, and that's always true. If you see someone you like, or you're doing your Instagram or Facebook or whatever, I didn't interrupt the recording. So yeah, that's a great tip, and we take those things seriously. And so we would love to know what you're loving these days and what you're looking at, and what maybe we can offer here. So I think that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us on this rainy Thursday, and I hope you have a nice afternoon of Zen sewing in your future. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye. One thing I didn't tell you, Sandy, is you have to push stop or whatever.
Oh.
I don't know what it says.
Finish?